Hey guys, so I know it's been quite a while since I made a video, and well, that's really because I started a new job, and that job took a lot of my time, and finally I'm starting to be caught up on my work. I'm on top of it now, which means I'm going to start trying to put out videos again. So don't worry, guys, I'm back. I'm going to keep putting out videos. They might be a little bit slower than they used to be, maybe, once every other week, but I'm definitely committed to keeping this going. And as a way to celebrate coming back, I have right here, I just got this today. If you can read that, it's ESP32S. I haven't even opened one of these yet, so I'm going to do a sort of an unboxing video here. So yeah, let's take a look. So now, these are from Seed Studio. I think it's just the only thing that they sell for the ESP32. And to me, it looks like it's got two little bags in here under this little logo or whatever. Under the sticker here is the ESP32. And then it looks like they gave me also a little daughter board. So that might make my prototyping and getting started on this a lot easier. So yeah, we got two bags. So let's go for the little daughter board here. Let's save the ESP32 for last. So it looks like, yep, it's similar to the ESP07 and 12 board. So it's just got the little pads that you can solder to. And it also looks like it has a nice little pin out for you on the back. But what I do notice right off the bat, well, it's also got a couple buttons. One of those is reset, it looks like, and the other one is labeled I00. So I guess that's probably the zero output, IO0. There we go, not I00. And it's even got a little label where the antenna should go. That's nice, just so you don't flip it around. But I don't know if any of you guys have noticed it yet. Look at these headers. Now, yeah, it did come with some headers, and they're the standard 0.1 pin spacing, so they can go into perf board and be just fine. But it's two. It's 2 by maybe 8, it looks like. But that means that if you solder these on so that you get access to all of the pins, you can't breadboard this. And that's kind of upsetting to me. I would have hoped that I'd be able to toss this straight into a breadboard. I didn't actually know I was getting this board at all, so I guess I should be happy. But it does mean that instead of using male pins, what I'm probably going to do is put female headers on the top, kind of like an Arduino. That way I can just stick wires in. So, yeah, I guess a tiny bit disappointment, but I also didn't really even know I was getting this. So, I'll take it. And now that just leaves the ESP32. I guess it's a 32S. Not sure what the S stands for, but I'm sure it's one of the various models of it. So here it is. It's pretty small. I actually didn't realize it was going to be that small. It looks like it's just maybe a tiny bit larger than the ESP12. Actually, hold on just a sec. Alright, so I have an ESP07 here and an ESP01 for size comparison. So as you can see, the ESP32 it's just a hair bigger than the 07 or 12 ESP 8266s. Almost forgot the name there for a second. So I'm so excited about this. So anyway, yeah, it's a little bit bigger than the 07 or 12. And it's also bigger than the 01 module, but, that's sort of to be expected. I mean, look at all these pins broken out here. So I'm really excited about this. So just to give you guys a little bit of information, I haven't even looked up the whole spec sheet on this. I just really wanted to make this video. First of all, something that I remember now in retrospect, but I forgot for a while, was these have Bluetooth on them. They have both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and it's Bluetooth LE, or whatever they call it. It's the low energy Bluetooth. So that's really exciting. I could definitely see this becoming a, almost a hub for IoT projects. It's got Wi-Fi, it's got a fast, nice big processor. I'll get into that in a moment. And it's got Bluetooth. So this could definitely run a home hub for Internet of Things devices. Little side note, I've wanted to migrate my MQTT broker off of something like a laptop, which is what I actually run it on right now. I used to run it on a Raspberry Pi, and just with the number of things going on, and I just don't like... Okay, basically it came down to SD card corruption. Anyway, point is, it would be nice to have a broker on just an embedded device. That way I don't even have to rely on an operating system. I just have a device that, even if the only thing is that this device is a broker, that would be cool. Okay, so let's get off of my little rant here about my own setup and go into some of the specifics on this guy. So for comparison, the ESP3266, not the O1 module, mind you, but a lot of the other modules have an analog to digital converter, but it's only one. There's only one ADC on these guys, and it's not 0 to 5 volts. It's not even 0 to 3.3 volts. It's 0 to 1 volt, which is really weird, really annoying. It wasn't fun to use. In fact, I don't think I've done any projects with an ADC using the ESP's ADC just because I didn't want to have to deal with the, voltage dividers and stuff like that. I really honestly would just take an ATtiny85 and connect that to this and send some serial data if that's what I needed. But the ESP32 has 16 ADC channels, and each ADC is 12 bits of resolution. So I believe that's up to 0 to 4192, I believe. 4096. That's got to be what it is. It's 4096. That's 12 bits. You get 16 channels of ADC on these. So that's tons. And on top of that, it's not only 0 to 1 volt. It's got, its largest range is 0 to 4 volts. So still not perfect, but hey, at least it's better than 0 to 1. But it's also selectable. So you can go 0 to 1 volt, 0 to 1.4 volts, 0 to 2 volts, or 0 to 4 volts. So I guess probably for most applications, you'll be using the 0 to 4 volt, and probably most of your things will max out at 3.3 volts. So you probably won't tend to hit that upper end. But let's face it, we probably don't really want to be hitting that upper end too often, because I believe that the ESP is still a 3.3 volt device. So even though the ADC might be rated for that amount of power, for 4 volts, I still probably wouldn't want to put it in here, especially this is a brand new little guy. Don't want to hurt him. But I will be testing out the ADC. That's really exciting. And this also has, it looks like, 2 8-bit digital analog converters. So now you can actually do not pulse width modulation. You can do actual analog conversion on this guy. So you can create up to 8 bits of true analog signals. And that's pretty cool, actually. I hadn't realized that. On top of that, it has up to 16 channels of PWM pins. I believe on the ESP01 or the ESP8266, I believe the pulse width modulation in there was software controlled. On these guys, it's actually built into the hardware. So that's pretty cool. I noticed on some of my LED projects, I've started implementing over-the-air uploads. And whenever you do that, it totally freaks out the software PWM and the lights flash, and it's really weird. So I might be trying to convert at some point over to these guys. So on top of having actual analog to digital converters and a real digital to analog converter and PWM, This guy also has 10 channels of capacitive touch sensing. So what that means is that you could build little touch pads or touch controllers using just this alone. You don't need a separate chip for touch control or anything like that. You know, you're not going to make a touch screen or anything, but you can make little up to 10 sensing points touch controls, which, think about it, 10, what are our numbers, 0 through 9? You can make a 10-digit number pad that's just touch controlled. Anyway, that's pretty cool. Didn't actually even know that about it. I haven't even thought about the ESP32 in a few months. So this is really exciting for me. It also has 2 UART serial interfaces, which is pretty cool. So you can have one that's, you know, dedicated to a computer and one that's dedicated elsewhere, or really however you want to set it up. I think that's pretty cool. And then there's also, for connectivity or for peripherals, it's got I2C, SPI, and I2S as well. So basically you can talk to anything with this. You've got Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and all these other various, you know, pretty standard protocols. But still, the fact that it can talk to so much, it's got so many pins, it's got so many features on those pins. This is a really exciting board. And more than that, it's really cheap. This whole package here with these 2 together, I'm pretty sure it was like $6 or $7. Now, that's already, I think that's pretty cheap, and you know what? It's only going to come down from there. Once demand, you know, supply meets demand, I can see the prices coming down. Maybe not quite as cheap as the ESP8266, but I can see it totally within $1 or $2. So anyway, that's my little nerd out about these guys. I am totally going to be putting this together over the next couple days. I will try to record videos for that. I'm really excited. I plan on making lots of projects, or at least doing lots of fun videos for you guys. I actually don't have a project totally in mind for this yet, but like I said, I got things that I wanted to do that I want to see if this guy can do. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm totally going to be putting out more videos. I really, finally work has stabilized a bit, and I'm really excited to get going. So thanks for watching. If this is your first time on the channel, definitely go out and check out some of my other videos. I do all sorts of things. I think it's pretty cool. Hope you guys do too. Yeah. See you guys later.